Yeah.
This is Steven Sutton talking to the band, and we rocking with Blair Bryant.
Yes, sir.
Man, that's killing, baby. That's
Oh,
killing.
thanks.
You're a bad man, man.
Man, means a lot.
You are a bad man. Wow.
Oh my goodness, Blair. Wow.
Thank you so much.
Man, I know that's off the new project, bro. How you doing, Blair?
Man, I am doing good. How are you guys?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Blair Bryant. Wow.
Yeah, Blair Bryant.
Wow.
We rocking with him today.
Yeah.
I am in the building.
Yes, sir. Blair, you know, you got this new project out. You're doing a song with Beth, a remake on Sade's Kiss of Life.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
bro, talk to us a little bit about this project, man, and you know, what do you want people to take away from it?
Yeah, so this project, Red Tiger here, it's my fourth album, and it's actually been 4 years since I released the album, because my last album was Cerulean Blue was back in 2018, and I was supposed to come out in 2020, but of course COVID and everything delayed everything and all that. So I spent a little bit more time working on this album, and you know, I just want to show people like how much I progressed as a writer, how much I have grown as a player, just everything. everything I got to show, just my maturity. And because the last time I released the album, I was in my I think I might have been 24 and I'm 28 now. So I just want to show people, how much I've grown. And with this album, I just want to give people a little bit of everything, a lot of funk music. I want to show them some of my slower stuff, the ballads. I always wanted to do a Sade song, and Kiss Life is like my favorite Sade song. Wow. So I wanted to do that, and God works in mysterious ways, because around that time, I've been the music director with Najee, and Najee brought Beth on to tour with us for some shows. So I was actually working with Beth, and I just remember the first time I heard her sing, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, wow, she is absolutely amazing. Like, I would love to work with her. I don't know if she would be down, but if I would love to do something with her. And I told her, Beth, I want to do something with you at some point. She's like, oh yeah, sure. Just, let me know, if anything ever comes to mind. And, at that time I was working on the project, and my dad was actually working one day, and Kiss of Life came on. And I heard the song again, and I said to myself, man, I really been wanting to cover this song for forever. Maybe I can cover it. So I got excited, and I started, working on the cover and writing it, and then it just dawned in my head, Beth, I can hear Beth on this. So I get on the phone, and I just reach out to Beth, and I'm like, hey, Beth, I got this song, I can hear you on. And I would love for you to, sing on my project. And she was like, oh yeah, sure. What song is it? Oh, it's Sade. Sade? Are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. She's like, I don't know, man. We're talking about Sade here.
right.
I was like, man, just trust me. I got this song. It's Kiss of Life. And she's like, oh no, not Kiss of Life. I was like, yeah, Beth, Kiss of Life. So so she decides, that she's gonna do it. And
she's killing it. And she's killing it too.
Oh my God.
She's absolutely destroying it. And Marcus Devine, her producer, she got with him and got in the studio. And I told Beth, I'm like, Beth, even though this is a Sade cover, just do you. I don't expect you to sing it like Sade. I don't want you to sing it like Sade. I want you to put the Beth Manley, what would Beth do on this? And her and her producer Marcus called me, and we started, going back and forth. And Marcus had all these crazy ideas. And Marcus is cold, man. I am he's a bad dude. I was like, Marcus, whatever you hear, man, just go for it. I trust you, man. So her and Marcus, man, they got together and just came up with this beautiful approach. And I was just like, well, oh my goodness. What is there for me to do? I don't have to do nothing.
Wow.
Blair, what went into your song choices? I mean, are you writing a little bit on this project, or is it mainly all cover?
So on this project, I did 2 covers, which was the Stevie Wonder cover, which you just heard, and Kiss of Life. And the rest of it is all originals, actually. Wow. Okay. Some are fast, some are slow. It's kind of all over the place, but that's kind of how I want it to be, because I just want people to hear, because I got so many different sides.
So tell us a little bit about that. Talk a little bit about those sides, like where are you coming from? Is it more, I know it's always based around love, but has there been any experiences like with you that you're drawing from, relationships? I mean, where are you drawing from in your writing?
Yeah, so a lot of my writing comes from, relationships that I've had in the past, present. Of course, my relationship with God, of course, that's huge. A lot of it really comes from a spiritual sense because
Okay.
I'm in the church all the time, and I just I want to put out what God puts in me.
Okay.
So a lot of that is just putting out music that I want other people to hear, and past experiences with relationships, things I've learned over the years. And so it's a combination of a little bit of everything, honestly.
Part of your growth, your journey.
Yeah, part of my growth as a human being, as a man.
Okay.
Let me ask you, let me jump in there. You're a young man, I mean, in this business now. And I'm like, wow, man, how did you get connected with Najee?
Man, that itself is truly a blessing. I got connected with Najee through this guy named Blake Aaron, who is actually my label mate. And it all starts from me, getting into this genre. My dad was in this group in Kansas City called the Cobras, which they're a well-known drill team here. And they was having a reunion party some years ago, maybe about, I don't know, maybe about 8 years ago or so. And one of the guys that was in that group, the Cobras, came back because he lives in Vegas now, and his name is Kevin Butler. And he was good friends with Blake Aaron because Blake Aaron played in one of his bands. So when he came back, he was actually looking for a band because they wanted him to sing at the event. So he ends up reaching out to this good friend of mine that I work with in Kansas City named Mark McIntosh. He was like, hey, yo, Mark, I need to put a band together. Is there some guys that, that would be willing to do it? And he called me. So he got me and a couple other people. And I just remember practicing with Kevin in the group. And Kevin was just amazed at, I guess, what I was doing. So, we just started talking, and Mark told him, the guy, his good friend told him, Blair is trying to do smooth jazz, and, he's got an EP that just came out. And, he was really interested. He's like, oh, really? So we just started talking, and, of course I had a press kit at the time.
Yeah,
and I
wow.
gave it to him. And yeah, had pictures, everything taken, and gave him the press kit, and he was just blown away. He was like, man, this is really good. And he was like, do you mind if I send it to this guy named Blake Aaron? I have some guys out in Cali, in Vegas, that I know. So I was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. So I gave him the press kit. He obviously leaves, goes back to California in Vegas, but he lives in California now. And I didn't think he was gonna do it. I was just like, cause you know how it goes. People be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do
right.
I'm gonna do that. And you just nothing ever happens. So I just was like, whatever, But I kid you not, man. A couple of weeks go by and I get a phone call from him. And he's like, hey, Blair, I got this guy named Blake Aaron on the line that I told you he wants to talk to you. I was like, oh, really? So, I started talking to Blake, and I guess Blake was impressed with my work. He saw my EP and everything. And little did I know, he was connected to the record label called Intervision Records.
Wow.
So, yeah, I didn't know.
So being at the right place at the right time.
Yes, absolutely. So he was connected to Intervision Records. He walks me over to Adam Leibovich, which is their record promoter, and we decided to, try one single. So we decided to do Lightning Bug. That was my first single, and it actually ended up going top 8 on the jazz charts.
Wow.
And yeah, so after that, he was like, okay, we want to sign you. I was like, sign me? What do you mean? He's like, yeah, I'm with Intervision Records. I was like, oh. So I had no idea what was going on. So they ended up signing me. And, you know, I got close with Blake Aaron and them guys. And Blake Aaron is really good friends with Najee.
Wow.
So when I ended up working this project Cerulean Blue, and I just out of the blue, I just called Blake and I was like, Blake, you know, I have a song that I can really hear Najee on. I wrote this song for Najee. Do you think he would be willing to take a listen? And he was like, yeah, sure. You know, so I sent him the song. He sends it to Najee. And that night, Najee hits me up talking about what's up.
Wow.
So are you?
Wow.
Yeah. So I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh God, Najee just hit me back. What do I do? He's like,
man.
yeah. So he's like, I love the song, man. You know, I would love to do it. And he ends up talking to my dad, and him and my dad became close. And I guess at the time, he ends up playing on the song, which is called Fukushima Tears, which is on Cerulean Blue. And we just kept in contact after that. And he had this idea, you know, I want to expose you to my audience because Najee's a generous guy. I mean, he's one of the greatest human beings I ever met, honestly.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He is.
So he wanted to expose me to his audience. So he was like, okay, I want to bring you on the road for a couple of shows. And mind you, at this time, it was just to, you know, just be like a featured artist.
Yeah.
Bring me out for a couple of songs and, you know, just get my feet wet. Well, at the time, his bass player, Rashawn Odell, gets a call from Brian Culbertson. And he's like, hey, Najee, I just got a call from Brian Culbertson. He wants me to go on tour with him. And Najee was like, well, you got to go. And Rashawn was like, okay, I guess I got to go with Brian, you know, because I guess Brian gave him a really good deal. So he had to go.
Yeah.
So around all that time, you know, we just kept in contact. And I didn't know this was going on at the time. And one day, mind you, he didn't call me. Najee called my dad. And this was during a time where I was kind of, you know, I was just kind of down because things wasn't going the way I wanted them to. I felt like, you know, my career was, I don't want to say not doing well, but just kind of slow.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of discouraged. And then, you know, my dad gets a phone call and it's Najee. And Najee asked him, you know, hey, do you think Blair would be interested in coming on the road with me to be my bass player? And mind you, I'm walking in a room while I'm hearing Najee talk to my dad, and I hear him say that, and I'm just like, wait, what's going on?
Right. Right. Wow. Right.
Yeah. So it was a whole crazy situation. So, you know, of course, my dad was like, well, yeah, of course. And so he hooks me up with his music director at the time, which is Rob Bonner. And I go out to Buffalo to practice with him. So, you know, they send me the music. I learn the music, get to Buffalo and play. And I guess they were so impressed. They was just like, you're in, you know?
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. So my first show was actually in Warren, Michigan at the Demo, I think that's how you pronounce it, showroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in Warren, Michigan. And it was a great show. And didn't miss a beat or anything. And ever since, I up and running.
How was that transition? Now, basically, before then, you were a local artist, right?
Yeah.
Kansas City breeds artists. I mean, there's a lot of
They
artists
do.
low key. Yeah, but you were a local artist. Now you get, plopped into a professional setting. How was that transition? How did you feel there?
Well, honestly, I felt pretty good, and the reason why is because Kansas City. I'm sure y'all know this, but Kansas City is a very, very tough place to play. I mean, it's a tough crowd. People here. I mean, we were known to boo Michael Jackson for goodness sake. Yeah,
Oh my
he,
God.
he never came back
Oh,
either. Yeah, so we booed Michael
oh
Jackson.
man.
Michael Jackson, man.
Yeah. So
Crowd.
I know, I don't know how you do that, but there's always been this thing that so a lot of artists don't come here because we're a very tough crowd. Missouri is called the show me state. Well, that's the mentality here. It's like, show me what you got. So there's always this saying, if you can get people in Kansas City, you can get people anywhere. Because we're some tough folks.
Good grief, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, man.
Wow. So how many instruments do you actually play?
Well, I always lose count, but it's in the 20s. I say about 21. Yeah.
21 instruments?
Yeah. I think it's about 21.
Keyboard, bass, guitar, keep going. Give us some.
Violins, all the violins, viola.
You play all the violins?
Holy man.
What?
Sure. String bass, double bass, percussion. I was a percussionist in high school. So it was kind of weird. I was in strings and I was a percussionist. I was both. And so marimba, xylophone, timpanis, did all that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, how do you get your brain to even work like that,
That's
man?
what
Like
I'm
you
saying.
just
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Man,
that's
I have no
amazing,
idea.
man. That is amazing, bro.
It's a
That's
blessing.
amazing, man. I can't even
Yeah.
I can't even wrap my head around that, man.
Right.
Man.
That's amazing. You play all of them proficiently? Like are you proficient at all of them?
For the most part, I think so.
You're a child prodigy.
Yes,
Well,
yeah.
Wow.
I give all the glory to God.
That's good, man. That's great. Wow.
Man, Blair.
Wow.
Bro, you got to talk to us about music now. We got to get into this music conversation.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, like,
absolutely.
do you teach?
Well, I used to teach, and I'm probably start back teaching again. But I was doing really good, and then COVID kind of happened.
Okay.
And that just kind of, it kind of discouraged me. But I'm really thinking about starting it back up because I had a really good program going on, and I was teaching online, teaching in person. I was teaching drums, bass, keys, a little bit of everything.
So now you actually with these instruments, you say like 20. Are you reading music for all those instruments, or like sheet music, or just playing by what you feel?
For the most part, reading for everything.
What?
The viola's a little tough because they use alto clef, which I cannot remember alto clef to save my life right now. So I probably wouldn't be able to read that too well. But yeah, anything treble and bass clef, yeah, I'll read it.
Unbelievable, man.
That is amazing, man. That is amazing.
How do you feel about your career right now? Is it where you want it to be? Are you at the spot where you thought you would be right now?
For the most part, yes, but of course I see there's more that I want. Of course, there's always more. That's always been my thing. I'm cool where I'm at, but I can see myself at a higher level, of course.
Where would you like to see yourself achieving?
Well, I definitely want to reach Najee status one day. I hope I can. That's gonna be tough.
You. You will, bro.
Yeah.
I
Trust me,
want
that.
to.
You
You
Yeah.
know,
will.
I want to be like the Najee's, the Brian Culversons, Marcus
Mm.
Miller. That's who I really see myself trying to be like is him. Marcus Miller, Nathan East, Stanley Clark. You know, writing for movies. And,
Wow, man. I hear
you
some
know,
Wayman. I hear Wayman Tisdale.
yes, I'm a big Raymond Tisdale fan. I
I
love
heard that. I was like, man, wow, yeah,
it.
wow,
Yeah.
man.
I'm just kind of bummed out because I never really got to meet him. I always wanted to meet him, and you know, when he passed away, it was just like, man, my world was kind of crushed because it's like, man, you mean to tell me that I'm never gonna be able to meet this guy or shake his hand because he was one of my favorite bass players.
Well, I could hear it.
Yeah,
I could hear it all in your music, man.
yeah,
Wow.
basketball and bass. I mean,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
I
saying.
just loved him. Period.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Blair, you with your music, are you singing as well or just all instrumentation?
Unfortunately, it's just all instrumentation. I can't sing to save my life. I guess Lord was like, no, man, you gonna be able to play all the instruments, but you can't
so
do
much.
everything, man.
Yeah.
Everything.
Wow.
I don't want you getting too greedy now. Gotta keep you humble, Doc.
Yeah, 21 instruments is enough.
Yeah, that's enough.
Wow. Now
Yeah.
now that you've been in the music industry for a while, how do you feel about the music industry?
Man, well, you know, I think my thing with the whole music industry, I think I'll say this. I feel like there's room for everybody. You know, I don't feel like it should be competition like it is. It's a lot of competitiveness, and it just kind of bothers me about the industry because of that. It's
Yeah.
like, why can't we just all work together? Everybody can eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a lot of that going on, but as many bad people as there are, people that you can't trust, there are guys like Najee
Yeah.
and you know guys like Gerald Albright
Yeah.
that will take us young people in and you know really teach us about the industry. And you know, I really appreciate that so much. And you know, I just hope that I can get to a place one day where I could do the same thing. And that's what I want to do.
Man, that is so
Wow.
man.
Well, Blair Bryant, man, you are definitely, an amazing talent.
Yeah.
And man, I just want you to just right now just talk to other young artists, man, that, what does it take to make it today as an independent artist? Give them some advice and some words of wisdom.
Yeah. So I would say nowadays, what it mostly takes is, well, you got to be able to do a lot. You got to be able to wear a lot of different hats now. Like back in the day, you know, record labels had studios, they had producers, you know, that could write songs for you and make hits. Well, nowadays, there are producers that do that, but it's not as much. So now it's kind of to the point where you got to have a home studio. You got to know how to record. You got to, you know, be able to write music or at least know what you want to explain to guys that, you know, do what they do. So I would say it takes that. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of patience. That's something I had to learn. I'm still learning it to this day. It may not come, you know, at overnight, but just keep going, never give up. You know, that's always the main thing. Just don't give up. Keep going. There's people that wants to hear your music. You know, be a voice for people because, you know, the way this world is right now, we're in a dark times. So we need positive energy. So I say be positive, be a light. You know, just realize that there are people out there that really want to hear your music. So it don't matter if it's 1,000 people, it don't matter if it's one person. If you can just impact one person, that's enough for me, and that should be enough for you too.
That's beautiful.
Wow. Wonderful, Blair. And Blair, real quick, I know your faith means a lot to you, man. Just share a little bit of that, with our audience on just your faith and how it drives you as an artist, bro.
Absolutely. Yeah. So my faith is a big part of who I am. I'm born and raised in church, beating on pots and pans, started playing drums in church at 2 years old. And, my uncle's a pastor and my grandparents are deep into it. So, my parents are very religious as well. So it's just always been a part of me. And I feel like God has given me a gift to share with people. And I feel like my duty in this world is to be a positive light and share his love through my music. So a lot of that comes through my music, really,
Wow.
the spiritual side of things. And just trying to be a positive light and just, do what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah,
Man,
and you are, man.
You are so humble, man. A few seconds ago, man, you were killing that bass, man.
Man, that means a lot.
You're a humble brother, man.
I just do the best I can, man. That's always been my thing. Just do the best you can.
Yeah. And you're doing it, man. We're just so happy and honored, man, that you agreed to do the show, man. And to have you on this show, man, you are like what our show really is all about. Yeah. So, man, we really appreciate you, bro.
Well, likewise, man. Thank you for having me. And I really appreciate you guys having me on this show. It's definitely a blessing.
Yeah, absolutely. Real quick, before we let you go, where can people find the music? Give us all your social media platforms. And where can they stream this album, man? It's hot, bro. We're loving it.
Man, I appreciate it. So, yeah, my album is available on Spotify. It's on Amazon, iTunes, Apple Music, too. You can stream it on Apple Music. YouTube is available on YouTube. You can go to my website, which is blairbryantmusic.net. If you want to actually get the CD, and I'll sign it for you if you want to do that. Or you can just buy it off of Amazon too. I think Best Buy even has it. So there's a lot of places that got it. And my social media on Facebook is Blair Prince Bryant. And my Instagram, which I definitely need some more followers. So it's Blair _BRY. So it's BLAIR_BRY. And my Twitter is Blair Bryant 6.
Man, Blair, we got some people want to say what's up to you. We got Ron Ledford on saying what's up. Sabrina Taylor, Bobby Smith, Beth. What's up, Beth, baby?
Beth, hey.
Angelique Marie. How you doing, Angelique Marie? We got Austin, Esther Austin, Anthony Williams, Aaron Memphis Smith, drummer out of Chicago. What's up, baby? I see you. Rose Fulson and Elaine Graham. Janet Salters on, Greg Bridges. I mean, everybody's saying what's up to you, man.
Wow.
They're loving your stuff,
man. They're sending you love, bro. They're sending you love.
Yeah.
Wow, I am so honored.
Yeah, man. So,
that's a blessing.
Hey, man, we appreciate everybody tuning in. And Blair, thank you again, my man.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. God bless you guys, man. All love from me.
Yes,
sir. Absolutely. And hey, if you've missed any of our previous episodes, we want you to go to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you smash that like button and like the videos. Share this video if you're on Facebook. And make sure you hit that little bell alert so you get a notification when we upload new content. Cedric, where else can they find us at, bro?
Oh, man, you can check us out on Steve and Cedric Talking to the Number 2 Band. That's Steve and Cedric Talking to the Number 2 Band on Instagram and Twitter, y'all.
Yeah, make sure you check us out. Follow us on Facebook.
Yeah.
Blair. Hey, man, thank you again, man.
Hey, take us home, Blair.
Take you home.
Take us home.
Yeah, man, give us something.
Okay. let's see what I got. I got something for you.
All right, cool. Hey, we out here rocking with Blair Bryant today, y'all.
One
So
of the
make
coldest
sure you share
bass
this video.
players around, man. Yeah.
Woo! Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank y'all.
That's all I got, son.
That's all I got.
Yes, sir.
Man, Blair.
Love you, man.
Up, bro. Much love, bro.
True, man.
All right,
Yes,
man. We out of here.
We out of here.
Sure.
All right, later.